Hey guys, Saxy here with the final ever RPM Heat 5 race for you guys. Obviously, if you guys know, this league has been around for a long time, and tonight is our final ever race with Heat 5. We will still be running, we'll still be on Forza with the next gens, and we might come back with the new Nascar game, depending on circumstances. But as of Heat 5, this is the end. Obviously, as you guys know, at the end of the year, this is no longer going to exist as a game. But this also is a tribute race to the original league owner, Dawson, or Intimidator as his username went by. This was the only track that he ever won at. Sadly, he passed away back in 2021, and we wanted to run the final race as a tribute to him and the league's history. And I want to thank each driver who is here tonight. We have obviously all of our some of the drivers that have been running all the way up until the last season. So Wild is here, Jay is here, Ryan is here out of our current driver lists. But there are some old RPM names that we haven't seen in quite some time. Mark the Fat Shark, who hasn't ran since Season 1, pretty much. Slidey, or Icy Preds, has returned, the first ever female winner of RPM. Mark was also the first winner of the Truck Series. Idyllic Fungus returns. Yeah, Mark was the first winner of the Truck Series. He beat me. And then we also have Bam Cool returning as well. So a lot of old faces returning back to the series tonight. And we are also going to announce our 2024 Hall of Fame class with Smitty as your first ever black champion, Wu Lin as your first Asian winner, and Farmer, who is the oldest driver to ever compete in RPM with, I think he was like 73 or somewhere in there. He was up there. So, I want to thank those drivers for their contributions, and I want to thank everybody that's here tonight, and every driver who has competed in at least a race with us. I want to thank you guys for your contributions to this league, and as soon as... and then we're going to wait for Bam to get in here. I'll back out, and we will get the final ever RPM Heat race started. Alright, here we go, the final drivers, the final race. Green flag in the air, the 98 leads them to green. Good job, Jay. As they head into turn 1 for the first time and the last time on this game. Chase around in the back. Single car. Alright. Oh. Yeah. This scream got me. I was not expecting the scream. But Wild comes around to the start-finish line and will lead the first lap of the season, or not season, the RPM Heat finale. As here comes the 48 right behind. Mark the Fat Shark looks low. Can he get one more win in a league he hasn't been in since 2020? As he goes high, here comes the 22. Who's in the 22? Is that Fungus? Fungus in the 22. So 2 RPM veterans from Season 1 versus Wild who joined in Season 2. The controversial champion of Season 1. And that number 22, Wild, your Season 3 Cup Series champion. As Fungus now cycles out to the lead, Mark gets around Wild. It is a 100-lap race. So now it's a battle between the Season 1 veterans. Wild's still hanging on though. Wild's right there. This is already looking to be a great battle for the win already from these beginning laps, as we've seen 2 different drivers lead a lap already, and here comes Mark the Fat Shark. He's looking to rotate that bottom. He is all over the back bumper, that number 22. As here they come to cross the line. 22 still out front, but the 48 is right there, and so is Wild. It is going to be a tight one here today. Here goes Mark. He goes down to the bottom, side by side for the race lead. As here they get on the backstretch. Fungus looks to have the advantage. He has the run on the outside, but he's going to have the disadvantage here into turn 3. Now, Mark out front, but he gets moved up high. Here comes the 22 down low. Wild still holding on right behind. Side by side as they cross the line. Fungus with the advantage across the line. As Fungus is going to push Mark a little bit up, as it is a tight battle up here in the lead. This is going to be an intense one, I already feel like. As Wild now trying to look to the inside of that 48. This is really getting interesting up here. Definitely shows you the caliber of these three drivers in RPM's history. Obviously, everybody in here pretty much doesn't touch this game much anymore. Fungus, I know, obviously, has played this game a lot. I think everybody in this party has, but it's been a minute for everybody except for maybe one or two. But here comes the 48, now back down to the bottom here in 3 and 4, looking on the inside of the 22, maybe a little bit of contact there. As Wild's lost a little bit off of them, but he's still right there in contention. The 22 still leads. It is tight between these two. As here comes Mark now looking back down to the bottom here in 3 and 4 once again. He's getting a good rotation through this turn. He's going to get clear of the 22. Maybe not. I thought he did from an angle, but no. Fungus is still holding on. Far around. Caution flag is out. Race it back. Race it back. Race it back to the line. Once they hit the next line, caution flag will be out. And Fungus is in the wall. So now Mark the Fat Shark has the clear lead. And so now here they come to the line. The 48 leads them. Caution flag is out. Pace speed is 80 miles an hour. All right, green flag this time. It is on Wild. So Wild, make sure to do a 3, 2, 1. Don't pull a Smitty. Yes. All right, here we go. Wild gets to call it. And green flag's underway. And it's a pretty even start up front. Mark versus Wild. Wild with the advantage into turn 1. Can he get it off the exit, though? Here they come. Jay all the way on the bottom, but Wild's able to clear for the race lead. Mark now down to second. Bam, up to third. Now Fungus trying to charge, get back up to this lead fight. As Wild's able to lead him out of the lap. As right now, the battle, though, is for third, is the 22 versus 21, side by side. Here comes the 11 also. So here's the 22 now looking down to the inside of the 48. The 48 did not pit. He stayed out. So it definitely looks like he's going to have a lack of speed, but that 22 is going to be coming flying towards Wild. As Slidey, I think, also crashed, so that is a singular car. So one car counted for. Wild out front, the 22 in second, as there's a battle right behind that 48. As we're going to go to that fight right now. Oh, that's Jay. There we go. Bam is able to get around the 48 right now. So definitely it looks like tires are what people need. As that 48 is going backwards. And now here goes Jay around the 48 as well. As this is your closest battle, the 21, the 85, the 48, and the 11. I could see that. As here comes the 48 down to the bottom on the 85. Jay, your most recent RPM champion and the last ever champion of the Heat 5 series. Been a minute since we ran Xfinity cars, that's for sure. And then we ran the, the next gens for the last season. As we're watching Fungus close in on Wild. Maybe just a little bit, but not a whole lot. Wild's been able to keep a pretty steady head on himself right now. How many laps did go? 83. Okay, 83 laps to go here. So we have already almost done 20 laps of this 100-lap race. Laps are going by quick. The better question is, who early on do you think is going to be able to lift that trophy one last time? I'm pretty sure everybody in this race has won at least a race in RPM. Everybody in here has won at least one. I actually can do that. Let me pull up stats. It's on my phone. I gotta find it though, it's been a minute. Alright, starting with your race leader, Wild, 85, or not 85, I'm sorry, 35 wins. Unless he gave him 50 more than what he had. 35 wins to Wild with a championship under his belt back in season 3. The second driver, Mark, takes a green flag pit stop. Mark has 2 wins to his name back in the early days of RPM. Ryan with his one singular win. And the second most recent winner in RPM history. Slidey, I believe, has 2. No, she has 3. Slidey has 3 wins in RPM. The first ever female winner in RPM history. Fungus is also Fungus has 9 wins today. If he wins today, he becomes He become the 7th driver to get double-digit wins. As right now, he's going to take the lead away from Wild. Jay has 12 wins in RPM, and like I said, he is the most recent champion in RPM Heat. Bam Cool is also one of the drivers that have... Wait, where are you? 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 There you are. 2 wins. Oh, I was trying to find his name in the list. Also has 2 wins. He only ran partial of a season. So that's your rundown of the field of win list. So everybody here has at least one. Ryan has the least amount out of everybody here. Your most amount is up front right now. Wild in the lead. He took it back from Fungus. But it is a dogfight between these two. Running the same colors, just different designs. As Wild goes way up high. Whoa, I thought he was going to hit the wall. Mark is out of pit road, so he's going to have fresh tires. He'll be moving through this field pretty quickly. I think he's a lap or so down. But that won't matter. He will start flying. He was already one of, if not the fastest car on track on equal tires. But now he has the advantage on tires. He will be flying. As Wild holds off Fungus for right now. Fungus able to rotate that bottom. Wild goes up high. Side by side. No, I thought it was, but that camera angle was so bad. The 98 still out front. Mid-race switch. What, you're telling me the most recent champion can't win at Kentucky? As here comes Fungus down low. Side by side, the race leaders. Coming up on Slidey, who was in a wreck earlier, so we have one car that has been involved in a crash. One more and we get a caution. As Fungus trying to clear Wild. Not clear yet, though. Now he is. But he's going to get the bumper. Oh, my throat's getting dry. Ugh. As Fungus now has the race lead from Wild. Not a good idea. Maybe that's why you're struggling. For context for the video, Jay's eating a Hot Pocket while driving. No, you can't. Just a reminder, Jay, you are the person in this friend group that has ran stoplights. Wild now back down to the bottom. And I haven't. I'm not gonna get pulled over by the police. You got tickets. Still got tickets. As we're hearing some guys coming in to pits. Green flag cycle. As Wild's coming in, Fungus stays out. I think that's going to be very beneficial to Wild here. Make sure to stay on the apron until the backstretch, so don't murder people. Where your phone's at? Jay. As Fungus comes in this time. Let's see here. Wild still in pits currently. I'll watch him to see where he comes out versus Fungus. And versus Mark as well. There goes Slidey. And there goes Mark. Is Mark in the lead now? I think Mark's in the lead. I have no clue though. No? Ah, Fungus is still technically. I believe Mark is your leader right now. Wild now rounding the turn. Let's see here. How does he come against Fungus here? He's actually behind Fungus. But he has the momentum going into the turn. I do believe Mark is your leader now. Hey, if you spin... As your three leaders are under a blanket now. The 48 out front, but he has the old tires here. Fungus goes around the outside. And Mark is going to hold him up. He's going to hold up Wild as well. Wild tried to go low, but Mark put it right in front of him. Into 3 and 4. Fungus now out front. Wild goes around the outside of Mark. And allow Fungus to pull a gap. Caution flag is out. Race it back. Gotcha! Let's here they come across the line. Caution flag is out. 85, or not 85, 80 miles per hour. Any cars that are a lap down can get your lap back. Alright, here they come to the green flag. Green flag in the air. Very good start from that inside line. How many to go? How many did you say? No? Okay. Ryan? 65? I couldn't hear you. That's what I was asking for it again. As Fungus has gotten the lead, the 48 in second. Wild falls down to third. Jay now finally finds some speed and gets up to fourth. As 64 laps to go as we are over a third in. Fungus out front. He's got two strong competitors right behind him, but look who's in fourth. Finally finding some speed after being your first car to spin out today. As here comes the 48 looking low. Still side by side, the 22 leads it at the line. A little bit of contact there. As here comes Jay! Jay is making a move! Jay has made his way up inside the top three. Fungus versus Mark. And now Jay finds his way into third. As Mark now gets clear for the race lead. Can Fungus take it back? All over the back bumper. He now gets down to the inside. He takes that look. Mark goes up. 22 goes low. As Jay now in third, wild under pressure from the 21. As here comes the 22 back on the bottom. It's a tight fight between these two. It definitely looks like Wild doesn't have the speed that he had early. Something's happened to this car. I would agree, Jay. As it is still side by side. These two are holding it side by side for laps on end. As Mark finally gets behind him, now he looks on the apron trying to move up that 22, move him off that bottom groove, not able to get it there. Mark looking all over the back bumper of that 22, trying to find an opening to get around that 22, all over that back bumper. Mark now to the back bumper again here in 3 and 4. Trying to get that 22 off this bottom line. Not able to do it there. It is really tight on lap times between these two. 59 laps to go as we are getting closer to halfway. And the 21's on the wall. Mark still right behind that 22. Wild now finally getting his rhythm into play. He's getting caught up back to Jay. So the battle for the lead and the battle for third. We're going to watch that battle for third. Wild all over the back bumper. Now looks to the inside of the 85. On the apron. Dangerous spot to be. As he's still there, side by side into 3. Jay had the advantage going in. Does Wild squeeze him out? No, he doesn't. He gives him plenty of room. I think this has been a very clean and respectful race. And speaking of, Mark now gets down to the bottom. He's going for the lead again. He found an opening, and he takes it. And he washes up. He blocks that 22. Clean move by Mark. Here comes the 22 looking low. As it is bumper to bumper between these top two. Now with the roles reversed, can the 22 get around the 48? Side by side, Fungus leads it at the line. Got scared by somebody going, "Oh!" in my ear. I thought somebody had gone around, but apparently Jay saved it. Unlike usual, Jay saved it. It's my last opportunity too in Heat 5. Oh, well, Ryan's not doing anything right now. Homestead? As it is still a dogfight between these top two. I mean, it is Visit Myrtle Beach. I changed cameras on accident. Mark still trying to find a way around that 22 lap count. 53 laps to go. Still approaching halfway here. Very clean race so far. What, him running all the way down on that apron? This is his home track. He's good at it. This is Wild's home track, and he really wants to win it here tonight. I'm pretty sure everybody in here has met Dawson besides Ryan. As the front two are still bumper to bumper. These two are going at it. Fastest two all day so far, and have been battling each other since lap 1. Has there been anybody go around yet, or no? Jay remembered how to shift. You've been doing all your GTA racing. Well, Mark takes the lead back from Fungus. This is something that has definitely been interesting to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing the two oldest drivers in RPM out of who's in this race against each other. The two people in Season 1. The two that battled it out for the championship in Season 1. Or they should have. I think Mark didn't get the Final Four spot. I think he got disqualified. I know he was definitely one of the fastest. I think he got disqualified. As actually Mark's been able to open a little bit of gap. Oh, but here comes the two leaders. They're both going to come in. And we got some guys coming out right now. Fungus sped, so that might give an opportunity to Bam. Not Bam, why did I say Bam? Mark. I know, you could not stop speeding that day. You did win that one. Because Chris pushed you. Let's see here, did the 48 also speed is the better question. Neither one of them have moved out of pit road yet. And it looked like they came in about the same speed. Unless Fungus went over by a mile or two. It's close. Mark could have also sped. They did! Both drivers sped! So they're going to come out together. Who's in the lead? Wild is back into the race lead. Now a big deficit for those top two drivers to get back up together. Back out. 47 to go, so we have crossed the halfway point, and Wild is taking the race lead back. With both Fungus and Mark speeding in pit road. As those two are bumper to bumper right now, trying to pull away from those two behind them and catch the guys ahead. I'm guessing you're in third, Jay? As we're gonna go here with Mark, that's sharp, and we'll go on board, and we will do a quick little Nascar, or not NASCAR, RPM radioactive. Back from radioactive. As Mark and Fungus have made pretty quick work on catching Jay here. They're right here behind them. They've been working together. They haven't really been fighting. Fungus has just kind of been pushing that 48 along. So they have definitely worked together on trying to get caught up to these top three. As here they go. Mark able to get around Jay here, and here comes Fungus as well. But Jay's just going to let him roll through. There's no reason, he said earlier, no reason to fight him because they are just way too fast for him to compete with right now. As Wild is out front with a good little gap over Bam. Then your next two are Mark and Fungus, and then Jay now in fifth. Also lap count, please. What, Jay? I was talking about lap. Oh, 39 to go? Okay, I thought you said 69. I was going to say, how did we go backwards? 39 laps to go, so we are getting close to the last third of the race here. 38 laps to go. As Fungus and Mark are still trying to get caught up. The better question is, will they get caught up before the end? If they don't have any more cautions. Yeah, they gotta hope they don't speed. They gotta hope they don't speed. We have another green flag pit. Which I'm shocked we haven't had one again, because we've had some pretty good racing. Well, look at Mark and Fungus right now. They have been bumper to bumper the entire race. The only time those two weren't bumper to bumper was when Mark didn't pit. Where is the other two? Exiting 2. They are closing, but I don't know if it's enough, especially for Wild. Wild, it was keeping up with them. Oh, that's one car around. The 21's around. Was there any cars that went around while we were in radioactive? Okay, so we need one more. And that would hurt Wild right now if there is a caution. This big lead over the two fastest guys right now. And we've got some News J going in, so it looks like we're going to start seeing blow a tire going into pits. As Wild is exiting turn 2, as the other two are entering turn 1 and 2, so there is a turn difference between first and second right now. Some guys coming out of pit road now. So the pit cycle is definitely open. Let's see where these two come in. The 22 and the 48 versus Wild. Wild's down pits. Wild has gone down pits. Now the lead has gone to the 48 and 22, but I wouldn't fight it out just yet, boys. Still got to catch that 20, not the 24. I keep on calling the 24. The 98, you still got to catch them even out of this pit cycle. I would say stretch it out as much as you can between these top two because, you know, get that advantage over Wild at the end. You've got a lap better than him already. Just push as far as you can go. As they're catching up to the 11 there. You battled Bam and Wild. Well, skill issue. As there's Slidey coming out of pits, and she stays out of the way. Let's see, when does this 48 and 22 come in? These are the last guys to not pit yet. Extending this gas mileage right now. It's now! They come in now, but do they speed again? I don't believe they did. Yeah, but now the question is Wild versus them on track. Where is that? Let's watch Mark here. I believe Wild is a lap down because they stayed out for so long. I think Mark sped. Mark, I believe, did speed. So now Fungus is gone. I would say we could have a separation caution, but we got two cars fighting right now. Oh my god! Bam just ran Jay out of room. Everybody else is spaced out. Nobody else is near each other. It's just these two. Well, if we get another spin, it's also a caution. Actually, Ryan and Slidey are still pretty close. That was insane. I don't think I've seen somebody do that yet today. Unless somebody spins. That's our only chance right now, is if somebody spins. Bang! 26 laps to go here. Trying to find Wild. As he's going to hit the line, 25 laps to go. Wild is your leader. Huh? What'd he do? Just go to sleep, pull an NJ. That's what I just said. Jay, what happened? Call people out, Jesus. As here comes Wild lapping Ryan. Shiver me timbers. Actually, there should have been a separation. There should have been a separation. I wasn't either. Separation, caution, caution at the line. All lap cars get their lap back. A lap back. Ryan. And I think Mark might be as well, because he did speed a second time. Okay, never mind then. I didn't know if he was or not. I didn't know what the... yeah, he's been insanely fast all night. It hurts for Wild, though. And so, caution flag comes out late for separation. Wild will get to call the green this time by. As now he's reunited with his, the drivers he's been fighting with. And hoping he wouldn't see again. The 22 and 48 have reunited back in front. As, like I said, Wild does get to call it here. Will we get another caution? Also, lap count. Lap count, lap count. Alright, here we go. Possible last restart. Green flag back in the air. 19 or 18? 19 laps to go. So under 20 to go, and Bam has been able to get his way up to second here. Wild out front, Bam second. The sleeping start by that inside line. But it won't take them long. Here comes Bam looking down on the inside. A little bumper to the side. Give a little bump. 3 wide for the race lead. As here goes the 22 to the race lead. 5 cars under a blanket. 18 laps to go. I thought Jay was about to repay a favor. As now the 22 clear out front. Can Wild rally back? When will the 48 get up there? He's not looking like he's getting through the rest of the field pretty quickly here. 17 to go. Jay on the back bumper of Wild. Can he get there? He's now looking on the back bumper again. Ford, 1, 2, 3. Jay looks high. He gets the run. Is it enough? No. Got a car length behind Wild. It looks like everybody seems to have found speed. The 48 is not moving. I don't know if he's holding back or what. It's just he's not getting through the field like we thought he would. Or it's just that he can't get around that 21. The Fungus hasn't pulled away either. It's still, everybody has the contention right here. Whoa! Issue for Jay! 85 around, single car. Not what Jay wanted to see after performing really good here late. As the 21 taps the wall, that's going to allow the 48 to get alongside. And clear. Did you hit the pipe that Blaney hit? Yeah, you probably pulled the Blaney. As the 48 does finally get clear, but can he rally back to those leaders? Well, you might get it. Wild's now looking to the lead. Wild has found the speed to contend again, side by side with Fungus down the inside. 4 cars under a blanket for the lead. Wild clear of the 22. Here comes the 48. Lap count as well, because I kind of lost track. 13 laps to go. Here comes the 22 back on the bottom. Wild all the way up to the top. Can he get that outside run? Here comes the 48 as well. The 21's also still in this fight. As the 22 gives Wild that outside line. Here comes the 48 looking low. Whoa! That was tight. Oh, that was scary as well. As here comes the 48 looking low. Wild also looks down the middle. 3 wide for the race lead. Fungus now slides back to third. Might even lose all the way down to fourth here as the 48 gets clear. As Wild sends it down low, he's able to get it underneath Mark. Wild showing why he's a champion and why he's been a competitor every season he's been a part of. 11 to go? Okay. Coming down to the final few laps of the RPM Heat Series as the 48 out front. The front four still nose to tail. Wild gets down on that apron again, able to get to that bottom. He's going to put the door to the 48. He's showing he's ready to go for this. He wants it bad. Here comes the 21. 10 laps to go. 21 all over the back bumper of the 48 now. Wild able to get that low rotation. I don't know how he's doing it, but it's not enough anymore. He's lost that speed. It looks like the 22 and the 98 have lost speed, while the 21 and the 48 have gained some speed here. As single digits left in Heat 5 history. 9 laps to go. Issue for Wild there, but he's able to keep it straight. As the round went wild, caution flag will wave. This is where it's going to get interesting. As a caution comes out, 8 laps to go. Pit road will be open. As the 48 sleeps, here comes the 22 on the inside. 6 laps to go. The 21 took 2 tires, a little bit of contact in the back. Here comes Ryan. He's going to clip the wall though. Fungus looking low for the race lead. And he's going to get it here. Wild up to second, Mark right behind. Five to go, caution cut off, no more cautions or manual cautions, there can still be in-game. Wild up to second, here comes Mark looking low, can Mark get there in time? This is where it's going to get intense. Coming down to 4 to go. Wild holding off that 48, but how long can he hold him? One and 2. Marcus trying to find a way. Wild takes a look low. Side by side for the race lead, coming down to 3 to go. Three laps to go. Reminder, this does not mean anything in a point situation. So if anybody gets upset with how it ends, suck it up. As Wild trying to get a look back around that 48 after losing it into the entry, he gives a bump to that 48, trying to keep him behind him, but they're allowing Fungus to pull away. 2 laps to go. Unless they can get it sorted out between the two of them, I feel like it's pretty set that the 22's got it. As Mark leans on that 98, he gets clear. But Wild's going to send it in this turn next. But Mark has got a long way to go if he wants to get anywhere close to Fungus here. I don't think he's going to have it. I think Fungus may have pulled out away just because of Wild holding up Mark. 1 lap to go. Last lap in Heat history. I feel like it's over. The 22, as long as he keeps it facing forward, he has got it. Final turn. Here they come, off of 4. Fungus will be the first and last Heat winner in RPM history. All right, we will start our interviews with Ryan. All right, obviously out of everybody in here, you have been in an RPM, like the most recent, I wouldn't say least because Mark only did one season, but you have been in here like the most recent of history-wise. What is, how has your time been here in Heat 5 with everything and how this race went for you?
Honestly, it's been all right. I actually got a win, so I finally got that off my back. I'm just genuinely happy that I got fifth place out of that because literally no matter what adjustment we did, like literally it would not go anywhere. It would hit a brick wall after 5 laps on the run. Anyway, all in all, thank you for Zaxi for having me race Heat 5 and RPM. Thank you to Jay for introducing me to him, and yeah, good race for
All right.
everybody. So, yeah, congrats to Fungus.
All right, we will move to our next interview. We will also go with Slidey. Obviously, you've kind of been in and out on RPM. You obviously knew the original owner and everything. How was your time here in RPM, and how did you view this race?
Well, RPM has been good for me. I do remember my first race. It was the truck race at Homestead, which unfortunately I had my strategy turn on me because I ran out of gas and didn't win the race. But on this race, my car was just really loose. I could not figure out how to get it tighter, basically. Plus, Kentucky's not one of my best tracks.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming back and racing with us today. I know it's been a minute since you've been in Heat 5 and RPM, and I can't wait to see you and Ryan. I know I meant to mention Ryan for. Can't wait to see you guys race on Forza Motorsport when we get that stuff set up.
Yeah, should be fun.
All right, we will move to. Wow, I was in party chat. We will move to Bam, who was pretty consistent up there. Obviously, a short time here in RPM. How has your history with this series been, and obviously how this race went for you?
This race went pretty good. I did make one bad strategy call at the very end, which messed me up for the whole. But RPM's it's become a family. I've run this league part-time since 2020. Yeah, I wouldn't change this for the world.
Thank you for coming back as well. If you ever want to come back whenever we do future things, you're also welcome to, just like anybody else. If Wild, can anybody get a hold of Wild? Because he's not in game chat anymore. Never mind. Wild. Jay, you're next up. Obviously, most recent champion. Been in RPM for a long time, and one of the most successful drivers in the series. How has your time been here in Heat 5 with RPM, and how did this race go for you?
I really enjoyed my time in RPM. It's a shame that the Heat season, well, Heat League is shutting down for hopefully a temporary time till the new game comes in. But my time here has been full of ups and downs, left and right, a lot of lefts. Um, um, I enjoy all the battles I've had with people here, especially Wild. I have been racing Wild in almost every single league, and I always find myself battling him. So I really enjoyed that battle, especially during Phoenix and Michigan when I first came in during the 2 stage races. I don't know if you remember that at all, Saxy. Um, Feel really proud of my career and success with Heat. That's where the majority of my wins came from. That's where my championship came from. Sucks I couldn't get the season before, but I had a fight for both, and I'm proud regardless if I won or if I didn't win this
All right,
race.
well, thank you. We will move on to a Wild runner-up. Obviously, Wild, I know you've been here pretty much the longest out of anybody. You've been here since season 2. You haven't really left. You've been here since pretty much the beginning of me running it, and I want to thank you for being here this long, obviously, and continuing to support RPM. I know you obviously wanted to win today. I know how much that hurts to not be able to win it today, but valiant effort. I have to put that a big mark on that because you were fighting against 2 of the drivers that were competing for wins week in and week out in season 1. I think that is something that is pretty impressive coming out of somebody that never raced them really. Yes, you raced Fungus on and off, but you never raced Mark, and I think that is a really cool thing to see you do, be able to put up that effort to put up that big of a fight. And how was your time here in RPM in the past however many seasons it's been, and how did this race overall go for you?
I mean, obviously, RPM really has. I mean, I've told you before. I mean, this league really has like changed my life for real, and I could not be more grateful to meet you guys, to race with you guys. It's been one hell of a ride for sure. Just had a good car, great race. I'm glad I could be competitive for that. Just damn, it hurts to come that short, man.
Oh, trust me, dude. I understand completely. And like I said, I really do appreciate you coming back, or not coming back, but joining this race and actually sticking around this long. Like I said, it does mean a lot for me.
No problem, bro.
Obviously, Jay, I meant to say it as well for you guys. Also, can't wait to see you guys on track with Forza. But we will move to race winner and our final interview of the night, and the final interview of NASCAR Heat here for RPM. Fungus, I did look Fungus, one of the original drivers of RPM, the very controversial championship in Season 1.
Yeah.
Comes from winning the first ever RPM race in Heat back in Season 1, race number 1, Daytona, and wins the last ever Heat race with us. How has your career been in this series? You know, I think it's kind of fitting to have you in this thing of all things. And how did the race go for you?
Overall, I think it was a pretty good race. Racing with Mark for the first time since, shoot, I don't even know when. And Wild did an amazing job keeping up with us. Overall, I felt like me and Mark were probably the top two. We were side by side almost every single lap when we were up together, and Wild wasn't that far off. And really, I just made a lot of mental mistakes going down pit road, speeding. Shouldn't have done that. But to come back and, win, it's amazing. I know me and RPM have had some rocky situations, racing in Season 1, winning in Season 1, and but meeting the people in Season 1, I think I'm forever grateful for that, and forever grateful for Dawson, and giving me the opportunity to race with people I call friends on a daily basis. So I'm glad I could race one more time. In Season 1, I feel like Kentucky was one race I feel like I could get to and possibly win, but if I had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it was Dawson, and how much it meant for him to get a win in RPM and his history, just his legacy. So I'm glad I could win tonight, and it goes to him.
Well, I appreciate everybody that came back that hasn't been here in quite a minute, including Mark, who did leave the party. I appreciate each one of you guys coming back and doing this race, and I appreciate all the drivers that have been here until the end of our last season. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate every driver that wasn't able to make it tonight, every driver in RPM history that has been able to make a start and put something in the history books here in this league. Whether you win, you lost, or whatever happened, thank you. The good and the bad, it doesn't matter. I appreciate every single one of you guys. The book is closed for Heat 5, and we will move forward. But this is Saxy and RPM signing off from Heat one last time. See you guys next time.